want to thank everybody for watching. Those of you that are new to the program, give to the max. We thank you so much for being part of the North American Bear Center, and we thank you so much for also being a donator. And boy, it's really super appreciative out there. But you know what? I got to tell you, we've got some good news.
Yes, we do.
We got some really good news. I don't know if we can do it again, but we got some good news.
Is this a big news break?
It is a news. It's a news item, but we're going to have to work hard. We got another match out there. We got another match. It's $3,000, and so we've got us a match. But you know what? We've got to work hard to get that $3,000 match, because here again, it's 2 for 1. You give $1, it's like giving $2. You give $10, it's like giving $20. 15 is 30. 100 is 200. 500 is like giving 1,000. So we got to go for that $3,000 match, and we got to get going on it, because I noticed our board is moving, but boy, it's moving slow. But it's been a long day. It's been a long night. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are getting tired with us. I know there's a lot of you out there that are, and I thank you so much. This is the time of the night that it gets kind of the toughest, even from last year. I've talked with Judy. From now till about 10, 11 o'clock, it gets really hard. So the more you guys can keep us awake and keep those numbers moving, truly, the better it helps us, because otherwise it gets to be one long night watching it click up by $10, $20. But you know what? If that's what we got, we're okay. We're going to do the best we can. But anything you can do to help us out there, if you got fresh family and friends or anybody that you can say, hey, if you got a couple extra dollars laying around, please help out the North American Bear Centers for a great cause. Have them come online and look at the Northwoods Ecology Hall that your dollars went toward last year. If this don't show dollars and if this don't show fiscal responsibility, boy, I got to tell you, it does. Here we are. Is it not great?
Beautiful.
I think it is. And you've heard people all day long talk about how beautiful it is and how much they have seen this place grow because of this place. So ultimately, it's because of you guys. It's all the donors out there that have helped us out. And I got to tell you something. We're going to be having some pretty cool guests here shortly. We're going to be having some really, really neat guests. I think, if I'm not mistaken, at 7 o'clock, we've got Don Taylor. And at 8 o'clock, we've got Dr. Rogers and Donna Rogers coming again. And to get them guys here early in the morning and again later at night in the weather that we've got going on out there right now, it's pretty cool. And I told him, I said, you can't call and tell me you're not coming. And he, I won't. So I know he'll be here because he drives fearlessly. He certainly does. Does he not?
He does. But he knows how important today is, too.
Well, I'm going to sit down and let Judy talk for a minute. I don't know what she's going to say, but she's got something to say.
Well, we've talked a little bit about, at least the three of us, we've been here since whenever, I don't even remember. We've been here a while, and, but it's not just the three of us that have been up for many, many hours. There's a support team out there, and some of you know who you are. I mean, when Scott's phone is ringing or he gets a text or whatever, that's about trying to help us move forward, giving us information, keeping us up to date, make sure the whole team here is moving the same direction. So you see us three, and you see the people that are coming here, on the hour, some of our special guests and people coming in to chat, but there's people out there around that have been up a lot of hours too.
Yes, there is.
And they're not out there. They're not the face like Scott is, but they're there. Absolutely. But it doesn't mean they're not important. And they've been with us all. They've been with us all day, and they've been tag teaming out there. I know they have taken turns. Hey, I'm on a couple hours. You take a couple hours off, and that's what a team does. Especially a team that is worldwide.
You bet.
Worldwide. So.
And we're going to start hearing from some of those worldwide teams, right?
I think so.
And that's pretty cool. I'm sure we're gonna start hearing from people way out there in a lot of different faraway areas. Name some of them.
Well, early on we had, you European folks, you like the early hours when it's really middle of the night for us. Like, it's like the Ireland people. We've got people in Spain. We've got people in the UK. Belgium. We've got, Canada. Northern partner.
Our neighbor, yeah.
Yeah, we got people up in Canada, and I think it's snowing up there too. And so, yeah, we've got people in a lot of states. I always talk about the East Coast, but we got people out in California as well.
Washington.
State of Washington, yes, absolutely, state of Washington. I know Sharon mentioned Clem-2, which is way over above the state of Washington. There's folks out there, British Columbia. So, it's and when we do these 24-hour things like we're doing, we kind of think about, well, who's out there? But you can't just think about Ely time.
No.
You got to think about the East Coast people, the West Coast people, and of course our support team as well. So, I keep looking. There's one thing I look at that I think about when people donate stuff, and I got to mention this thing because I remember when it came in, and I was a little nervous about it. So can I tell this little?
Okay.
Well, I'm looking at it, and it is that gorgeous canoe, that wooden canoe. And I remember the people said it had only been in the water like 2 times. And they wanted to give it to the Bear Center. And they said, we have no idea what you're going to do with it, but we know you folks, Dr. Rogers wants to do an ecology hall. And it's the Boundary Waters canoe area, so we want to give it to you. And, if you sell it or auction it or whatever, we just want to donate it. And Scott, how many places did we think about having that? And look where it is today. And I think it really sets the room off, I think.
Yeah, there was many places it was going to be in here, and then they decided they're going to hang it where it's at now, which is right in front of the PTZ camera above it. I actually got it hung up there on a day when I didn't have anybody to help me out. And so I got it hung up there, and then a couple days later, Lynn comes in and he goes, whoa, ooh, oh, and I'm like, no. And he goes, I was thinking maybe it could be about 4, maybe 6 inches lower, and I said, you've got to be kidding me. So I had to go back up, and I lowered it 6 inches. And when he came in, he looked at it, and I go, don't say a word. I'm not moving it again. Oh, okay, it looks nice. And I was like, but yeah, you're right. It is a beautiful stripper canoe, and a stripper canoe is made out of individual small pieces of cedar and mahogany and different types of woods. But it's what they call pin nailed, and it's actually got a strong back that it's built around. And the strong back goes the length of the canoe, and they start out with single long 18 to 19 foot strips, and they keep putting them along and stacking them and pin nailing them to the strong back. And as they're doing that, they're gluing slowly, and then after they're done doing that, they actually lay fiberglass matting over the top of it. And once they put that finish over it, you can't even see the fiberglass matting. The beauty of the wood just comes out, and this has got an artistic herringbone feature going down the center of it. If you look at the inside of it, it's even done super nice. It's a beautiful canoe. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous addition to the Northwoods Ecology Hall.
Well, with that question, we learned something about Scott. I think he knows a little bit about a canoe.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit about a canoe.
Okay, what's a pin nail?
Pin nails is a super, super thin, small nail that you usually will install with either a needle nose pliers, or they got what they call a pin hammer that you can also put it on with. Now, I have not built one, but I've read, I got a book from my family for Christmas one year, or I think it was Christmas, maybe it was my birthday, I can't remember. And I was going to build one, and I'd still like to build one, and I got plans for it. But I read until I could build one. I just don't have the material or the time.
Well, yeah, I think you're kept plenty busy here.
Yes.
And this winter, you're going to be busy. The whole crew is going to be busy.
That's
so
right, we are.
Yeah. Sharon, Well, are you with us?
I'm wait, kind of. Yeah. It's interesting when you do walk into the Ecology Hall because you can look at around you on the walls, the floor, the ceiling. There really isn't anywhere that you can't look in this room without seeing something very beautiful to look at or to read or to touch. We will be incorporating some touch items soon, some pelts of the animals that are located in our diorama behind me. And it's just an awesome experience when you walk in here. Just the photographs that are on the wall, the posters, are just fabulous. So when you come in here, it's just like walking into a different world. So come visit us and check us out.
You know, in the morning, when you open, or before you open, actually, we turn on the lights and we turn everything on. And of course, there's no visitors yet because we're just getting ready to open. And I've come in here and there's nobody in here, and I turn the sound on and watch Martin Stewart's about 30-minute long video with the sounds. And if you just sit down and you close your eyes, you really think you're in the woods. You really are.
Absolutely.
And if you see people come in here sometimes, and I don't want to say necessarily older people, but I'd have to say that at least the ones I've seen are probably my age. They come in here and they sit on one of these benches, and they just look at the Four Seasons behind us here. And I've seen people just shut their eyes and sit there, and you know darn well they're thinking, I think I'm out in the woods. So, and people, it's interesting. That's another thing. We started this room with about 6 benches.
Yeah.
And what happened?
They increased. The people used them so much that we had to get more of them. And Charlie builds them. He's a local guy here. Great art. There again, there's a guy with some art. He's just got skills for art. Building things. Look at his craftsmanship on those benches. I mean, aren't they beautiful? And, he has been our bench maker. It seems like every time we turn around, we got somebody out there that has a talent, like Ray Theobar, Charlie, your husband Randy. I mean, look at the bases that Randy built on for the
Caribou, white-tailed deer, moose.
way in the back.
Whoa.
Okay, earlier today I called that an elk. So I didn't want to get that wrong again, but it is a woodland caribou, and those used to it's right over here, and those actually used to be up in the Boundary Waters area, and they're a great looking, beautiful animal. But you're so right. I mean, from the benches to the bases to the four-season display here, to Martin Stewart's videos, to the touch screens that so many volunteers had to do with in putting that together. All the videos, the pictures that Dr. Rogers took. Every one of these pictures around this room that you see are Dr. Rogers pictures. And I mean, I wonder, I think that we'll even talk about this later when they're here, about how many talents he has above and beyond bears. That gives us an idea to talk about some of the other skills that he's got that you guys may not even know. And one of them is a phenomenal photographer. His pictures have been on many, many, many magazine covers, publications, you name it. They've been on it.
Books, publications.
Yeah, I mean, he's a photographer. He's got an eye for it. So, as we end this conversation, we ask you one more time. We've got another match out there. It's a $3,000 one. We made the other one, so I know we can do this one. Hopefully we can do it in a short period of time. Maybe there's another match out there. Maybe we could spurn somebody to do another match down the road, or even now, But either way, we want to keep going and we want to move forward. We have how many more hours left here? About 6? A little over 6 hours. Normally a 6-hour workday is pretty minimal. But this is going to be a lot longer 6-hour workday, is it not?
It has been. I'm not as tired as I was 5 hours ago. I said I'm not as tired as I was 5 hours ago, but I'm sure in a couple hours I'll be more tired. So.
You don't even. The reason why you think it was worse way a long time ago is you recognized it. Now you don't even know. You know, when you get that full body hum going, you'll know, right? And then you got to drive home in the snow. That's not bad, is it? No, it's not too bad. But either way, we want to thank everybody out there for watching, and we will be here back on in what time? 45 minutes. So 45 minutes from now, we'll be back on, and we are going to have Don Taylor as our guest. He is one of the craftsmen that has helped build stuff in this room. And, boy, how much fun it'll be to talk to him. And we're going to talk about the expansion that he's going to help put together. And then after that, at 8 o'clock sharp, I hope, will be Dr. Lynn Rogers and Donna. And that'll be a fun one. And I believe that's our last guest.
I think it might be.
No, we're after that we're still here, but we don't have any guests because they're all going to bed is what they're doing. So
10 o'clock is a Ted story.
10 o'clock we're getting a bedtime story with Ted. Ted at 10. Ted at 10. Ted at 10. Okay, thank you and we'll be looking forward to seeing you in about 45 minutes.